Welcome everyone, it's Caroline. I'm on the hillside and it is week 43 of the Hillside Heart Prompts. Well, today's prompts are Heirloom, contributed by Get Art Creations 2869, and Splatter, contributed by Ellie Bean 8244. Heirloom and Splatter. I hope everybody's having a great week. I'm going to go with this right here. I took a few minutes to find a couple of things that I think is heirloom, and I can turn it. It's really good with this page because this is a collage page that I had made, and it has some heirloom qualities to it. I have these little scrap pieces of doily, paper doily. I can use some of that. I also have these images from magazines, maybe. They're all small, and these are pages from my Downton Abbey book, which has heirloom items on it. Very small, but I could use some of these. I'm going to keep these as options. But the other thing I have, and I have not used it in a long time, is a piece of it's wrapping paper. And I thrifted this quite a while ago, and I think I'm going to use some of these images and put that on the page with this little girl with the butterflies. So cute. I have this little girl here with the doves. I could cut that out. A lot of small images. I'll see if I can put something together in these journals. I love the ink. I'm going to take that. The jewelry. That would be, I like the edge around there. Well, I'm going to use this piece of doily and cover, it's the right width. Let it hang over at the bottom. I'm not going to cover up the text underneath, and I already took a chunk out of here to make it fit, and I'll use these two items. And then I think over here, I'm going to add, this is a piece of jewelry. I'm going to fussy cut that out. And it'll go across here. I put my glue down, and then I thought, well, maybe I'll put another piece of, I'll layer something else. I won't let it overhang too much. I can take a piece of lace and just give it a little bit of layering and stretching the imagination. I think it's going to accomplish this feeling of heirloom, because these things are not heirloom. And here I think I'm going to put it here like that. Yeah, I do like these ideas. They're glossy, but that's okay. Some heirloom accessories and jewelry. I fussy cut it as much as possible, and I'll lay it here. I'm going to use the lace, the rest of the lace on this side. And I still want to cut out this little girl. So cute. There's a cameo. I think I'm going to cut that out on its own. I do want to put my card. I could put my card here. But if I add something else to this, I'm going to put these three things together and put it down here. This will be my card spot. I can add some journaling on there, and then maybe the word heirloom or something. And I'm going to glue it just along the bottom. Just let that dry. And then for this side, this little posted piece of paper is coming up. I'm going to throw that away because I don't need that. And I found this piece of ribbon. And I can put that on here. Little heirloom piece. But before I do that, I'm going to use some gesso, just blend in some of the edges. Part of the design, because it already has an heirloom vintage feel to it. This is kind of a modern heart down here, but I can also camouflage that. And this is very contemporary because it's painty paper. Some of it shows through, that's really okay. I'm even taking the rest of the gesso that's on my finger and giving a little bit on the edge. Add a little bit more. I have this piece of cheesecloth, kind of nice to bring all this together. Keep it kind of old world feeling, vintage, heirloom. And I realize that heirloom means things passed down, but this could be images of things sewn. Here's a little picture of a girl, and then this is books and ink and jewelry, so it's going to give that feeling. Glue stick seems to work really well for these things. This is dry now. I really like the texture that it gives, and I think it'll give it that. Still can see through it somewhat. And I'll be able to cover the back of the card with some more lace. Keep it flat though, so I'll probably use paper. This keeps it, the colors open. And I have this little rose. This is a pretty color. Kind of goes with her. I like that her hand comes up and she can be touching the butterfly a little bit. A little bit of music down here. There's a rose there, there's a rose here, so maybe not. I did want to use some of this. And I can put that under here. I'm going to use the rest of that. I remembered that I had that cheesecloth. It's a lot of cheesecloth to use and go through, and I love it. You can stain it, do so many things with it. Maybe soften this up a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to use that. Maybe on the back of the card. I'll use it there. I have some of this. This is glass glitter that I purchased. I've used it a little bit, making some cards. But I bought this at the paper place, and I'm going to put a little bit of that over here. I was thinking it would be fun to put it on this piece of jewelry. Try that first. Maybe a little bit over here. That will definitely have to sit and dry. And as I'm doing this now, I'm thinking I should have done the pieces first, but I didn't know I was going to use this. Just a fun thing I wanted to try. It looks more heirloom that way. I'll put it back in. Worked better than I thought it would. I think I lost a few, but that is fine. I'll put this back under here. Using the piece of paper and my drop paper for the gesso and put it on the card. So I suppose my idea, my art page is heirloom, what feels like heirloom to me, and with some of the objects, some of the things that are heirloom, that can be considered heirloom. Use it up. I just thought I'd stamp something to put on here, a word. Don't know why I need a word. And it's my Tiffany & Co. stamp. I thought that would be good because that definitely can be an heirloom. And I'll use this piece of paper. Now this is huge, so I don't need all that. And I can probably put a little bit on here. I was going to put some items on here. I like it plain because there's a lot going on already. Let's see if I can find a better spot. Maybe up here. I added a little bit more of the lace, which is almost finished now, and then right on underneath. I'm going to add my splatter. I'm using some brown. I covered up the little girl and my Tiffany. Let's see if this works. That's better. Week number 43. This week's prompts, Heirloom and Splatter. Well, Heirloom was several different book clippings, some heirloom ink and books, a cameo, some jewelry, which led me to keep the original page, which was my own collage. And then I just covered it up with some gesso, some cheesecloth, maybe some heirloom lace that's been in the family for a long time. I don't know, this little girl. And I used some of the coffee dyed paper with the Tiffany stamp on it. A couple of different places that I used it, and then I tore it off. And Tiffany is great because it's precious stones, patches, jewelry, clocks, up here watches. I have to let my splatter dry. It's going to go in here, my card. And I also used some glass glitter to go around the jewelry. And my splatter is not very much, but I don't want to overwhelm, and I think that's just enough to give it that heirloom feel. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining me today. I hope you had fun. I hope you were inspired. Another fun and simple way to work in your journals. Do a little journaling. Use what you have, your scraps, laces, and simple cheesecloth. It's fun to experiment and try how these things feel and look together. Stay adventurous and be cozy. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.